Hi, this is Lance Snow with Get Out Together. Each week I bring experts to come in and talk about different tools and resources and ideas and stories to help you be inspired to get out and be active. And today my special guest is Danny Stull with a company, a website called Venturepax, Venturepax.com. And I've been on the site and I've been using it, and I just thought, hey, I've got to get Danny on here and talk to him and ask him more about this great tool. I guess you would call it a tool. So welcome, Danny.
Yeah, thanks, Lance. Appreciate you having me.
So I've been on Venturepax.com. It sounds really cool. One of the things that strikes me is on the Facebook page for Venturepax, it says, "Adventure is worth sharing." And
Yes.
that really strikes me because I think that we all have this need or want to share with each other our adventures, and we can learn from each other too. So can you tell us, I guess, first a little bit about yourself, and then I'm sure that'll start to lead us into why Venturepax.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. And first of all, I'm Danny. Obviously, I started a website called Venturepax.com, and I guess to kind of tell a little bit about my background and how I started doing this. Really, it started back in the summer of 2005. I had the opportunity to actually be a whitewater rafting guide out in Northern California.
Nice.
And while I was there, we would take parent-teen groups and husband-wife groups down the river, and in a matter of really just a week being kind of away, disconnected from the hustle and bustle, I would see amazing things happen. I would see lives absolutely transform. So daughters hugging their dads for the first time in years, husbands and wives who were on the brink of divorce, mending that relationship. And what that did for me, Lance, was it kind of made me realize that I wanted to do something. There was something special about being outdoors and kind of stepping out of the craziness of that our everyday lives look like. And just being together and being able to communicate and focus on each other. So I realized that there's something that's very important about spending time outdoors, getting outside, whether that's by yourself, with your family, or with friends even. So kind of couple that seed that was planted in my heart that I wanted to help people get outside with the fact that I kind of had a realization that technology is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. I mean, look what we're doing right now. We're video chatting. Now I've got my phone right here. It's integrated into our lives, and if we don't leverage it to get people outside, it's going to become a huge barrier to entry, and it's going to block people from getting outside. So kind of those two things together made me start to think, okay, what could we do? How could we really leverage technology to get people outside? So started working on, kind of building, what is now today Venturepax.com is essentially, operating off of the belief that if we all share our adventures and we do it in a way that we're doing it kind of together in one location, we can truly inform and inspire other people to get outside. Right now a lot of us, we'll post our videos up to YouTube and our pictures up to Facebook, which is totally fine. But that all gets lost among everything else. So I can't go search mountain biking, Pennsylvania, and on Facebook. I can't do that. Mm-hmm. But if there was a core place, a centralized place where I could do that and read other people's stories, real experiences, kind of learn from them, be inspired by them, and then go do it myself, I've just used technology to get people outside. So that's essentially what I'm doing and who I am.
Well, that's awesome. And you hit the nail on the head. Like I really can't go on the Facebook and look up mountain biking unless I know mountain bikers and know that they always post pictures or go on YouTube and look for them. I mean, that strikes me. I mean, well, this is so great because it is inspiring. It is this one repository of adventure, and it's so great. It's almost like a social media niche.
Yes.
Like you've basically created your own social media adventure community where we all can come together. Frankly, I've uploaded some stuff. I've been using it. I think it's fantastic. And, what a great way to leverage the technology and just have it out there for people to use.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And it's one of those things where, Lance, we're always tweaking. We released this version of Venturepax about 2 months ago now. We've already done like 10 updates to the site.
Oh wow!
So it's continuously improving. But yeah, it's a fun thing to be out there, and I appreciate you jumping in and trying it out. I really do.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's intriguing. So I've put up some of my adventures and some of my photos, and I don't think I've done a video quite yet, but I've got that. And, frankly, nowadays, I'm taking my phone, and, I've got a pretty strong case on it. I'm taking it out. I'm taking pictures. I'm taking video. I'm uploading it to places, and, it is, you're right. The technology, it's all throughout our lives, and it's hard to get away from it. The good news is we can turn these off if we really, really want to.
Yeah, if we want to, yeah.
Yeah, if we can go up on top of a mountain and you want a quiet night and you don't want anyone bothering you on your phone.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was so great. You can basically instantly share with anyone what you're doing, where you're at, and how much fun you're having.
For sure. And I think, Lance, that's one of the things that we're seeing right now, candidly, is that we need, there's a need for an app. So we've been actually, give you a little sneak peek here.
Nice.
We've been working on the app here that lets you actually see other people's adventures, and
cool.
and then actually share your adventure straight from here,
Nice.
rather than having to come back to your computer and load it up there. So yeah, that's it's coming soon.
It's part of the future. We're getting an insight, so a sneak peek into the roadmap of Venturepax.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I want to touch on a couple things about the website, and I keep looking off camera because I have it up on another screen.
Okay, cool.
So, the great thing about it is if I'm traveling, say I'm going to, somewhere in Central Ohio, I see a lot of folks that are uploading. And I have some time and I want to find a really cool place to go and have an adventure at. The great thing is there's mapping. You can actually look to see who's gone where and read all the stuff that they posted about this place, so that you can have almost like a guide. And it's throughout, so it's like all over the country. You can go to these, just basically do some searching and find some pretty cool adventures out there. And that's just one way to share it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing was, and I want to ask you about this. When you upload, people get points. So,
yes.
I post the adventure up there, and I don't know what the point totals are, and I get more points if I add more pictures and stuff. What are the points for? What's the vision behind the points?
Good question. So, a couple things there. One, we had a previous version of the site that you would kind of work your way up, like levels, almost like a video game style.
Okay.
So the points have kind of carried over to this version, and we have a plan for them in the future. Right now, it's sort of just a way for us to we're starting to put on challenges where we create challenges for partners. So, like if you're a company called Austin Canoe and Kayak, for example, they sent out a challenge to their community saying, "Hey, whoever shares the most kayaking adventures in the next week wins a brand new paddle." So we've got this kind of whole point system to judge. Did it reach this threshold? If so, then it counts as an actual venture. And then on top of that, we can start doing challenges based on points. So, share 500 points in the next week or whatever, and get this sort of thing. Yeah. Down the road, we would actually like to work out the ability to cash those points in for rewards, discounts, local retail shops, etc. So, that's the direction we're heading in. We're a new startup, so we're continuously iterating, we're improving, and that's really only possible if people start using it, give us feedback, and that's happening, and it's been awesome. So yeah, it's some things. It's like, well, why? What's the point of those points? Well, we have a point. We just weren't able to really do them yet because you can only do so much. So they're there. The basis is there. The foundation is built. Now we're kind of building upon that.
So the message to everyone is just be patient. There's a real reason behind it. I will say, I think you get badges at certain things, and
Yeah.
I actually was enjoying collecting some of the badges too. So,
Good.
there's some fun to be had with it too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That's definitely part of it.
so I got to ask this question. It's the name is unique. Where did you come up with the name Venturepax?
Good question. So, a couple things. One, the word venture came from adventure, getting outside, going and doing stuff. The word packs was sort of a couple different things. One, pack representing like a backpack, a pack family outside or a group outside. And then what really finally sealed the deal, and it was kind of a creative way to, PAX rather than the word actually pack. What's really sealed the deal was that pax actually means peace in Latin. And so
Cool.
it just made sense to me. It's like getting outdoors brings peace, Venturepax, and so that's really the reason we chose that name.
That's pretty cool. That's clever. I like it.
Yeah.
There's always a pretty cool name, reason behind the name, and I had to ask. I was just kind of curious. So, this is your brainchild, right? You're essentially the founder. I've seen your video on your front page, the landing page on Venturepax.com. Everyone watching, you've got to go there and check it out. Pretty fun stuff. I was laughing. It was good.
Good. Glad you enjoyed that.
Yeah. So so this is your brainchild essentially. How does it feel to start seeing people using this? Because I've been on here and I've noticed it going up. I mean, people are getting on, sharing their adventures. What's that feel like to see this starting to take off a little bit?
And you know what? It's really exciting, and it's fulfilling. But at the same time, it is crazy how much more difficult it has been than I expected. To be honest, not from a development standpoint, but from gaining those initial users.
Yeah.
To get people to do something that they've never done before is really hard. And when you're going up against the people who have technology beyond belief, they've got millions of dollars to throw into development. You don't have that. Sometimes it's really hard, but it feels good because it's like I can see this light starting to come through at the end of the tunnel that we're going towards. So it's feeling really good. It's a matter of can we get this product to meet the market at the right time and iterate properly so that we're making this something that's useful and fun for our users and also for our partners. So,
great.
Yeah.
Well, just like anything worth doing, it takes a little bit of time to get that momentum up, and it just, hey, I think it's a great concept. I think it'll take off. And it's given the right message. I mean, we're basically doing sort of parallel things. I mean, we're both taking technology and trying to get out there and leverage that to inspire people to get outside and experience really cool stuff. So, there's definitely a value in it. So, of the ones being posted, I mean, do you have any favorites yet? I mean, I see some really cool imagery, some awesome photos. I mean, is there any adventures that are sticking out that people have posted?
Yeah, definitely. One of the ones was a guy went canyoning in Interlaken, Switzerland, and he had a GoPro video of the whole experience, and
Wow.
It was so fun to see because literally you're watching this video and like I could feel my heart rate go up as I'm watching the video as he's jumping off these cliffs and stuff. So that was really cool. I mean, I think that's probably one that sticks out. There's a guy that Kilimanjaro. It was cool to hear his story. Some good kayaking adventures. A girl posted about this climb in I think Death Valley out in California, doing some bouldering out there. That was pretty cool. So yeah, definitely something to stick out for sure.
I'm writing all those down because I'm going to go check them out when we get done here because those sound pretty awesome. I think, and that's some of the beauty is, I might not be able to get out to Death Valley in the near future, so I can live vicariously through someone else and read about their experience. Yeah. And heck, maybe even put that on the game plan for next year, or the year after, or bucket list or something like that.
Sure.
Cool stuff.
And
how about go ahead.
One thing that kind of touching on that is that we all enjoy reading our outside magazines, the Backpacker magazine. I love them, and kind of what we're hoping to really create is a place that's essentially where I could go consume and be inspired by real people's adventures. While I love the Backpacker magazine and the Outside magazine, those adventure stories are wonderful, and those are professionals who are doing them. We want to kind of create that platform that's more real, and it's real people doing real adventures that you can actually read about and see their stories.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's a low barrier. I mean, you're right. It's real. I mean, you're not reading about the guy that has 28 sponsors climbing, Everest. You're reading about, some. You're watching some GoPro cam of some awesome footage. So real footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool stuff. What about your own personal adventures? I mean, is there anything that sticks out in your mind that you care to share? Like something, some cool experience?
Right. The two that came to mind right away were, one, I just got back from Moab. We were on our way out to Outdoor Retailer, stopped in Moab, and got to ride Slick Rock mountain bike trail, which is world mountain bike spot. And I was so jazzed and thought it was going to be amazing, and it was, but it was the hardest thing I've ever done. And it's very grippy rock, so you've got like inclines like this. My legs were just burning by the end, but it was amazing. And the other one was a climb with up Mount Hood with my cousin. That was a really good experience. So
awesome. Those sound cool. Well, and I just can imagine. So just to kind of step away from Venturepax a little bit, you having a business like this, a startup like this, I gotta ask about your lifestyle. I mean, it sounds like you've put adventure, the outdoors, sort of very central in your life, and now you're building a business around that. Sort of, there is no wall between your business and your ventures.
Yeah, not. My hope is to be able to take my passion and align with business and be able to generate enough income to support that. And I'm definitely headed down the right road. And regardless of what happens, Lance, I've found an industry that I absolutely love. Everything about it, all the brands, all the retailers, everybody is so friendly and open, and they're willing to put their hand out and help me a new startup find a way. It's a really cool industry to be a part of. So yeah, I absolutely love it. There's kind of it's all business fun. It's kind of blended together, but it is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, anything worth doing takes quite a bit of work. So, well, good stuff. So, I mean, is there anything else about Venturepax you care to share? I mean, do you want to take a couple minutes and do an official plug of the website? I mean, we've been talking about it for the most part, or anything else you want to plug?
Yeah, I would say one thing that maybe we haven't touched on is the tie-in back to the industry. That on a lot of these adventures that we go on, there are retailers, outfitters, and brands that are part of the adventures, and so we've built that system. So if you're sharing a long trail run, whatever, you can tag your solid shoes to that trail run, and we've made it really easy, and it's a way for them to collect stories and adventures from their consumers, and it's a way for you to connect with the brand. So that's one thing that I don't think we really hit on, but yeah, fun to do.
You know what? I noticed that, and it made me stop and think. When I entered some of my my ventures, I had to stop and think about what the products I was using. Some of it was easy to know to tag my Camelback or my Solomon shoes because I love them. But some of the other things, it made me stop and think because I wanted to. When I buy a piece of gear, I'm really making an investment in that piece of gear. So it's almost like I want to give them their due when I'm posting my adventure. You know what I mean? It's like. It's special to me. It's something that I took time, researched, spent money on. I'm using it. I rely on it, and that was a pretty cool part. I did forget to ask you about that. That's me.
Yeah, and that's the thing that that was sort of us as a team operating off of essentially a hunch, but that the gear we use, the mountain bike that we ride, it's a huge part of the adventure. So it only makes sense to tie it in. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right. Hey, without that mountain bike, what are you doing? You're walking, but then you'd have shoes on, and if you didn't have those, you'd be barefoot. I guess some people do that, but that's not my style. What was that?
There's a place for that. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's another adventure. Well, okay. Thank you so much. I wanted to touch base on and talk about this, and it's been, you've given us a lot of great information, background about the company and the organization and yourself. Thank you so much. I'm going to post obviously a link on the website when I post this, and Venturepax.com. I'll have the link up there, and I want to highly recommend anyone watching this go use that as your place to store adventures. Share them with people. There's a friend technology in there too, right? Sort of like you're sharing with each other, tagging people.
You can follow and tag friends, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's why I wanted to bring you on. I mean, just the technology and everything you're doing, it's very aligned with what I'm doing, and it's just a great place to share and learn about other people's experiences and get out and do it together.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Danny, this has been fantastic. Thank you again. Again, it's Venturepax.com, and thanks for having me. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, Lance, I really appreciate it too.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.